Hey, it's Danny. Welcome to Anything Goes, and today I am joined by Santiago, also known as Santiago Armando on social media. And today I'm going to be asking him a couple questions about his TikTok, and by the end, you will know all the secrets to getting TikTok fame. Before we begin, a few quick things. First of all, I do have an Instagram and Twitter, which I'll link in the description. Also, go check out Santiago on TikTok, which I'll put in the description and should be somewhere on the screen right now where he posts POV type videos. Anyways, why don't you introduce yourself to the people that don't know who you are?
Hello. I am Santiago. I was born in Venezuela, and I just make TikTok videos about things that I find either relatable, funny, or just dramatic.
Mm-hmm. And why don't we sort of start by talking about why you started and sort of how you grew to the 1.4 million followers that you have now.
Yeah. I started so the TikTok became TikTok in 2018.
Yeah.
And so I kept seeing all these compilations on YouTube about TikTok, and a couple of my friends had the app, and I didn't know what it was. So around like Christmas time, I got the app,
Mm-hmm.
and I made a couple videos, but I didn't think much of it because I didn't really care. So I didn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Like I didn't post anything else. It didn't blow up. I didn't care for it. And then at home, there was some stuff going on family wise, and home became pretty problematic for me. I didn't really want to be at home. I just wanted to be locked in my room
Mm-hmm.
and do nothing. And so I just got to TikTok, and just TikTok became a little escape where I could put my headphones on and look at these videos with very nice music. And every
Yeah.
now and again, I'd make some because I really liked the sounds that were going on at the time.
Hmm.
And one of them blew up one night, and I didn't think much of it. I really liked the feeling that it gave me when it blew up, and I really didn't talk about it in school. A couple of my friends saw it, but I really didn't care
Yeah.
like about it because I knew that like people's videos blow up all the time. That doesn't really mean anything. But as time went on, I just kept like it just kept being my escape from the little problems I had. Every time I was like a little bit sad, I would just make a video, and it made me smile, and then I'd just move on. A little bit. It was a little therapeutic for me, to be honest.
Huh. And so you're saying that it's sort of an escape, and that one of your videos went viral, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was. I was making like little dumb, funny little videos, and
Mm-hmm.
then one of them that I used my computer as a prop went viral, and it got like 100,000 likes, and
Huh.
I like it was yeah.
Yeah. So
That's what's something to know.
yeah. So obviously, right now you're at 1.4 million. Did you sort of take it more seriously when your video went viral? Because it seems like you didn't really care that your video went viral. So did you start taking it more seriously after that?
Yeah, I mean it was a lot after. So that video went viral, and I gained like 7,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I'd post like once every like 3 days, and I really didn't take it that seriously. It wasn't until I got to like 15,000 and I met a couple other TikTokers
Yeah.
that did TikTok that I was like, okay, this is really. Oh, actually, scratch that. All of that was garbage. It was actually. I looked at my comments. I got to school. I got from home from school one day,
Yeah.
and I looked at the comments in one of my videos, and one comment said, um, "I can't like." She was like, somebody said something along the lines of, "I'm at work, watching your videos," or like, "I can't wait for you to post the next video because they distract me from work," something
Huh.
like that. And I just thought to myself, like, well, TikTok is my little escape.
Yeah.
And if my videos can be somebody else's little escape, then I must be doing something right. So after that feeling, I was like, okay, I mean, I gotta keep making these things every day.
So,
And
so
so it was
sorry, you can go on.
no, it was just yeah. After that, I was just like, let's do this. Like let's every day, let's post a little bit and let's see what I can come up with.
Oh, okay. So you sort of you almost sympathized for your viewers.
Yeah, it was like since so it was like growing up, I always saw like these YouTube, like the YouTube videos that you'd watch, and they were like weird and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But when you watch them, you're in this own little universe
Yeah.
that only you exist in because you're watching the video, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I never thought any video that I've made could do that for somebody, but that comment made me feel like it did. So that made me want to strive for more and want to make more videos.
So would you say that your goals with TikTok sort of changed from the start, or did you always want to, you know, have that one person that sort of used your videos to get through, and it's just that it took you a while to get to that point? Or would you say your goals changed immediately when you heard that and you're like, oh, I got to reach out to more instead of just having fun with this?
It wasn't the goal, it was the understanding of the app. So as soon as I got that comment, I was like, oh, okay. So the app is for me what my videos are. No, my videos are for other people what the app is for me. So if
Mm-hmm.
the app is my little escape, then for some people my videos are their little escape. So then after that, I thought to myself, well, this isn't about me, you know?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody's having fun with my videos and they really like them, then it isn't about me blowing up. It's about them liking the video, you know?
Oh, okay. So you're saying that the content you make, and that's sort of, that can go into a controversial thing, is that, at the end of the day, you want people to be happy, but do you ever take away from what you want to do to make sure that your fans are satisfied? Or do you always stay true to yourself?
Yeah, I've definitely done a little bit of both in that, like, um, in the beginning, I would only make funny videos. Like, that was the only thing I did because I personally really liked the videos. So I would actually like rewatch them, and it's a little conceited saying that, but I thought it was kind of funny,
Yeah.
and getting creative with like writing on a piece of paper. You remember writing on a piece of paper like backwards
Yeah.
on TikTok? Yeah, yeah. So I remember like that taking so much time and having like a joke that like worked in a bunch of different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Like a dirty joke that can also be offensive to like something else, but it's also really funny because
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
play on words or whatever. So it's like I really like those type of videos,
So did
and I would. What?
sorry. Go on.
No, you're good. I would only make videos that I liked at the beginning, and then as soon as I made the one POV that blew up,
Mm-hmm.
which it's like to this day my biggest video, which got like 3 point something million likes.
Oh.
Then I started making more POVs, and the POVs, most of them, I'd like to say I made them because I liked them, but there's a handful of them that I just made them because I know people wanted to see them.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that you sort of have to balance it out between stuff that you like and stuff that others like to have a
Yeah,
successful channel?
yeah. I mean, you kind of do at some point because you can't really make everything you want.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's your account, and if you don't like what you see, then is it worth it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, if you're gonna if it's sort of an interesting question, but if you were like guaranteed to gain followers from doing stuff you didn't like, but you were also guaranteed to lose followers from doing stuff you liked, what is more important at the end of the day? If you knew you were going to lose a lot of followers from doing what you liked, but if you posted stuff you didn't, you would gain followers, which way do you sort
Hmm.
of go?
That's a really good question. Uh, to be honest, I think right now I'd probably do a couple things I wouldn't like to gain followers, but
Yeah.
then I'd get sick of it. I don't think a human being can withstand not liking what they see in the mirror,
Mhm.
you know? Because like most people's TikToks reflect their personalities.
Yeah.
At least the comedy ones. The dancing ones, maybe I don't really know about those. I don't dance.
Yeah, yeah.
But most I what I've like dealt when I've seen people, most of their TikTok reflects their personality. And if you're changing your personality to please other people and you don't like the person that you're becoming, then it's just gonna feel empty. It's just like
Huh.
worthless fame that, you know.
Yeah. So you're saying that you can almost dig yourself into a hole that it might seem okay at the start, but
Yeah.
if you go too far into it, you might regret it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for sure. Like you can set this little image of like the perfect person that makes like great video, like you know the girls that do like jelly fruit whatever.
Yeah, they got a lot of hate for it.
Yeah, they get a lot of hate for it.
Yeah.
And I mean, they get past it. Like they don't care, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do that because I know that when I talk about TikTok with my friends, I like when they go like, "Hey, this one video you made was really funny," you
Yeah.
know, instead of, "Why do you make these videos if you know people don't like them?"
Huh.
You know?
So did you receive a lot of hate at certain points? Like, did you receive more hate when you were smaller or more hate now?
Um, yeah, I certainly receive more hate now, but that's just because there's more eyes looking at you when you like the bigger you are, there's more people looking at you, and the easier it is to mess up. You know?
Okay. So it's just, the ratio might not be different from, people that like you to people that hate you, but you're just saying that now that you have 1.4 million fans, you're guaranteed to have some that are just trolls and trying to get on your nerve.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I've been definitely trying to get back to the comedy aspect of TikTok,
Yeah.
and the comedy aspect is very offensive. And now with cancel culture,
Yeah.
the hate can come in with certain jokes, you know,
Yeah. And
and
it's funny because all like a lot of the people that I've talked to that are social media influencers all bring up this cancel culture that,
yeah.
I understand, but I haven't completely wrapped my head around it. Do all TikTokers worried about being canceled all the time? Or at least bigger creators?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say all the time, but if you're ever in a TikTok group chat with like close friends,
Yeah.
the majority of the time we're just sending each other TikToks that we're gonna make, like that we're gonna post, like right before we post them,
Yeah.
asking each other like, is this too much? Is this gonna get me in trouble?
Huh.
Because it just takes a handful of people to duet your video and depicting it. Like I bet if I did something really wrong in one of my videos and
Yeah.
somebody really digged, they could probably find something on me. Like and I didn't even know was tabooed, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it is a worry that a lot of content creators have at any level, you know, small or big.
Yeah. So
It's a
it's
worry.
you're sort of saying that, you can post one bad thing, but the problem is that when you're quote unquote canceled, that people will look in for more specifically because they already dislike you.
Yeah, they'll make it. Yeah, so when you're canceled, you're people like hate is a very dangerous thing because
Yeah.
it essentially drives society forward in that like, you know, since people hate each other, they'll do more to hurt the other person than to benefit themselves,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So it'll you can have like people that are canceled that I've seen, there's like videos of them like from their Mayas only that are like exposed or videos from them from like 12 years ago, not 12
Yeah.
years ago, most of them are young, but like from like 5 years ago that they found. And it's like, how did you find this video? You know, like how much time do you have in your hands that you want to find this video to like destroy this person's image, you know?
Yeah. And I guess that goes to the fact of if you can't benefit yourself, that you can sort of benefit yourself by making others look worse. And I
Yeah,
think that's where it
yeah,
sort
you
of
can.
branches off from is, you know what, maybe I can go up in the ranks if just other people don't like other people, but they like me.
Yeah, it's like the enemy of the enemy is my friend. So it's like
Yeah.
if I can get other people to hate this person, they'll like me because we both hate that person, you
Mm.
know? So it's like, oh, hey, look at me. I'm the guy that exposed this dude because 5 years ago he, like, I don't know, kicked a puppy. I don't know. Or
Yeah, it's
something
something
weird.
dumb.
And it's like, yo, the kid was like 11 at the time. And yes, now he's like 19. But I don't, like, he's a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's brought up a lot too is, just say like Charlie D'Amelio, obviously she's going to get hate, right? She's like almost the face of TikTok. There are going to be people
Yeah.
who don't like what she does, but it seems that, she posted a video, I don't know if she deleted it, saying with the sound, I'm just a kid. I don't know if you've
Hmm.
seen that sound. Do you think
Yeah.
that almost that could be a bad thing to do, is saying, I don't deserve hate because I'm a kid? Or do you think that that's a smart thing to sort of bring up that you're getting hate and saying why you shouldn't?
I mean, business wise, of course, is a really good thing to be able to like do whatever you want and then be like, oh, I'm just a kid. Rules don't apply to me yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you should always be aware of what you do, what you say, how your actions affect others. But
Hmm.
I mean, in the case of specifically Charlie D'Amelio, I haven't heard anything too scandalous from her.
No.
So any hate that she gets is just, you know how like people were saying that Timothy Chalamet was like ugly. Like some people were saying that, and
Yeah,
then
yeah. It annoyed
you know
some
what I mean?
people. Hmm.
Yeah, it annoys other people. It gets a reaction. So people that hate Charlie D'Amelio for the mere fact that she is Charlie D'Amelio, then there's no point. There
Yeah.
isn't, you know.
Yeah, she didn't do
But
anything negative.
yeah, she. I mean, not to my knowledge, she hasn't done anything to deserve hate.
Hmm.
And it's if she does something normal, like if somebody exposes a video of her like drinking or whatever, and she's like only like 16, it's
Yeah.
like yes, she's just a kid. She's gonna do that stuff. Like it's fine. But if she says some like racial slurs and or says something homophobic, then yeah, like you should be aware of your actions and is not you can't get away with it because you're a kid.
Hmm.
So
And
there's definitely like a fine line within that statement of I'm just a kid, I can do whatever I want.
yeah, and then, if just say, do you think that people ever deserve hate, if that makes sense? And I know, that might be a hard question to answer, but if she does something terrible, like, or saying like a racial slur or something like that, even then, do you think that a creator should get hate for it?
I mean, I think every action gets a reaction,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think so. Hate on the internet is so irrational and so out of proportion that it's absolutely insane. Like
Mm-hmm.
this one, I remember I saw this one video, and it was a 14-year-old kid
Yeah.
lip singing the N word to a song, and I was
Yeah.
like, dude, that's awful. He definitely needs his mom to like beat him up, or like needs his mom to like set him straight, and needs to read a book. Maybe some therapy will do him some good.
Yeah.
But then I looked at the comments, and somebody like leaked his address. You know what I mean?
Oh, jeez.
And it's like, dude, like, so it's like, what kind of hate are we talking about? Like, any action deserves a reaction, whether it's good or bad.
Mm.
But if you get a bad reaction, you gotta know the levels in which the bad, you gotta take in the facts. It's like he's a kid. He did it to get a reaction. Yes, he deserves like punishment. Like take away all of his electronics for years. Like he doesn't get a phone until he's 18. Whatever.
Yeah.
He needs therapy to read a book, and he'll be better. But you can't beat him up and expect him to be like, oh, okay, I get it. Now I love everything.
Okay.
It's like you gotta take it. You gotta take the high road with hate or
Mm-hmm.
with punishment.
Yeah, and
You know?
it's weird that, and I'm sure every single person, they'd be lying if they said that they haven't thought about hating someone because other people hate them, or just even like looked into it and said, maybe I do hate this person just because other people do. But
Yeah.
I do like the point you brought up of leaking addresses and stuff. I think you're right. That's where I don't think
Sort
anyone
of the
can do
line is drawn.
anything. Yeah, there has to be some legal problem with that because that's life threatening, and I don't think any mistake that you can do on TikTok should be life threatening.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so you got hate, you're saying, right, at certain points, and you still do because that's what creators get, but it seems that everyone sort of deals with it in a different way, or some people don't even know how to deal with it still, but they just keep posting because that's what they do. How do you
Yeah.
sort of control yourself when it comes to reading hate?
So I think when you offend somebody, well, like when you offend most like individuals, it's because you said something stupid,
Hmm.
right? So every time I make a joke and people don't like it, I look into it. So it's like, what are my comments saying? Like, can I get to the root of this? And if I was actually wrong, then I take the video down. You
Yeah.
know, but I've gotten hate maybe a handful of times. Like, so one time I remember the most recent time I got hate. It was I did this joke based on my friend. So my friend, she's bi,
Hmm.
and she it doesn't matter what person like what you're doing, she constantly reminds me how dating guys is disgusting and girls are so gorgeous, which
Hmm.
I mean I agree with, you know what I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
but it gets to an extreme, which I thought was kind of funny. So I made a video being like gay girls are just like they're just chilling, and then bi girls are like, oh my god, girls are so gorgeous, guys are disgusting, girls are so gorgeous, so
Yeah,
gorgeous,
yeah.
so gorgeous. So I made that video and it did pretty well. And the comments were split, so it was half and half. Like girls being like, "Haha, this is so me," or like, "Oh my god, this is my friend," like 100% true.
Hmm.
Or other girls being like, "This is biphobic. You're generalizing. You're this, and that." And I was like, I mean, sure, I'm generalizing, like to an extent, but it's like I don't. TikTok is only 60 seconds at the
Yeah.
most, so I can't just do a 15-second introduction where I say, "Hey, I'm only talking about the handful of people that I've met that relate to this.
Yeah.
I'm not talking to every individual bi person," which I thought was established by the premise of the joke, but I guess it wasn't. So seeing
Mm.
all those comments, I just took down the video, and you know, that was the only hate I've gotten within the past like 6 months. So
So,
it all strives from like what you don't know compared to what you do know.
and that's sort of like, it touches on the issue of being careful what you post, but yeah, looking back on it, do you think that you deserved the people or even expected before you posted it to get that type of reaction, or did you not expect it at all?
I mean, I kind of was scared like a little bit just cuz I look like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like I have like long hair, a prominent jaw.
Hmm.
So people when they see me, they think of like, "Oh, Chad,
Yeah,
that,
or an F boy.
you know, yeah, whatever, you know." So they're already expecting the worst. So putting the words like gay girls
Yeah,
right away when you see that, you're gonna be on like guard mode. You're gonna be like, oh, what is this kid gonna say?
yeah.
You know? So I knew I had to be careful about what I said in that video, you know?
So you think,
And I guess,
yeah.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, I guess I wasn't careful enough about how I delivered the joke because all the jokes on TikTok, it's just about delivery,
Hmm.
you know? It's not about what was said in the, like, it's not what the actual joke is. is about how it's being said. Because if
Yeah.
you say it a certain way, it can get a certain reaction that can get you canceled.
Okay.
You know?
So it could be based around, or you think it's also based around reputation and being, there are certain people who do pretty stupid things that think would grab a lot of attention and a lot of hate, but I guess they already have such a reputation of doing those things that it's fine if they do it,
Yeah.
but not if others
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, I mean, definitely it depends on the person on how much hate you get. Like, Max Dressler?
Yeah.
So he is walking on thin ice right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he cannot make any offensive videos of any kind or else he'll get so much hate for it,
Yeah.
you know? Like, I remember there was a trend a while ago where girls were like, I don't know what they were doing. I think they were either rating guys or like comparing their exes, and they
Okay.
weren't. I mean, they were getting a significant amount of hate, but it was like the normal amount of hate that you get, like the trolling comments that are kind of funny.
Yeah.
But if I remember thinking, like, if Max did anything like this about girls,
Oof.
he would get dragged through the mud. So it definitely depends on who you are and what people expect of you.
Yeah, and then sort of speaking on personal identity, would you consider yourself to be famous in any way?
That's a really good question.
Or do you think fame is a follower count, or do you think it is something else?
I think fame is how notorious you are.
Yeah.
Like, so, I have 1.3 or 1.4 million followers right now,
Mhm.
right? But there's like some guys that have like the quarter amount of followers that I have that
Yeah.
have been doing TikTok for the longest time, and they have like some iconic videos.
Hmm.
And I know for a fact that those videos aren't gonna go away ever. They're gonna become the new Vine kind of references. You know how like we reference Vines all the time?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like what's your favorite dinner food? Or look at all those chickens, like stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Like there are some people that have those trademark like videos that are never gonna die, and I think that's a little more famous than I am because that's notorious. That's something that you know and love. You know?
Okay. So if they make one viral video, you think that if that video goes viral enough and they only have 50,000 followers, they could still be considered to have fame because they could be noticed from that video
Yeah.
rather than just a follower count in general. So then yeah, that goes back to the question, do you consider yourself to have fame?
Hmm.
Cuz you posted you were saying that, you posted stuff that has gone viral, so it's not like, you gained very slowly over the past 4 years. You did, you started this Christmas, right?
Yeah, I started this 2019. Like, I mean, my first video blew up like the beginning of 2019.
Yeah,
So like
so
January 2019.
okay. So you've been doing this for like a year and a half now, right?
Yeah.
Whereas a
Yeah.
lot of people, you know, might have been doing this for like 4 years to get to the point that you are. So
Yeah.
that can
Or
definitely have an effect on whether you consider yourself to be famous or not, because it seems like you're gaining at a pretty good rate for where you are right now.
yeah. And I mean, there's also some people that have started like 6 months ago and they have like twice as much followers than I do, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, so there's nothing to my name that like people know about, you know what I mean? So like, Tyler Funk, that's a name. You
Yeah.
know that name. You know, he has a song that he did, and I think we have the same amount of followers, or maybe, I mean, I remember we did at some point. Like I had a couple more followers than I did than he did,
Hmm.
but he's technically a household name because again, TikTok is a pretty like specific demographic. It's like teenagers, and that's it, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, so there's people like that have something to their name that you recognize and you know and you love, you know.
Hmm.
Like Logan Paul, that's a name. You know,
Yeah.
David Dobrik, that's a big name. Santiago Armando, like if you say Santiago Armando, people are gonna be like, "Who are you talking about?" And then if you like show them my account, they'll be like, "Oh
Yeah, I've
yeah,
seen him on
I've
my
seen him
For
a
You.
couple times. Yeah, I've seen him on For You." But there's nothing to my name that you'll be like, "Oh yes, Santiago Armando. He's the guy that said this and was really funny about it." You know?
Okay. So even like Charlie D'Amelio, do you think that she is famous? Not TikTok famous. TikTok fame, can be a totally different thing. It can be
Yeah.
like what you just described it as, but do you think it's even possible to be famous off of TikTok?
I do think it's possible to be famous off of TikTok. I mean, I don't think it's off of TikTok. I think it starts with TikTok,
Yeah.
you know, and then you get famous through something else. But
Mm.
you started from TikTok. You know how like the who was it? Was it Cameron Dallas that started in Vine and now he's like a singer?
Oh, yeah, I remember hearing about that story. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So his vines were just him literally singing, and then through that he became famous.
Yeah.
So Charlie D'Amelio started dancing, and now it's a household name. And now she's doing animated movies,
Yeah.
and she was in a Super Bowl commercial. You know, you can
Yeah.
definitely become famous from TikTok, but it starts on TikTok. You're not famous because of it.
So
You
you're
know?
saying that TikTok can open up opportunities to do
Yeah,
stuff that you really want.
yeah, it definitely can.
Which
It gives you.
do you have a goal, or do you have a like something you want to do with your follower base?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to do like professional skits, like maybe Saturday Night Live,
Oh,
or
okay.
I mean, yeah, or like how Smosh used to
Hmm.
do it, you know,
Yeah.
like those type of really good like high value like skits that are like really funny, you know.
Hmm.
I really love to do those. Like I want I want to keep being that escape for people with
Yeah.
comedy, you know.
Hmm.
So that'd be my goal.
So that's your end goal, is to sort of reach as many people as you can to make their lives a little bit less stressful.
Yeah, yeah, and be able to like maybe transfer it onto YouTube and
Yeah.
have enough resources to do it. You know, to like get a camera, get a little green screen, you know, get a microphone
That's
to
the
get people to help me. You know,
yeah,
that's the dream.
that's
But we're getting there.
speaks on a whole nother thing, is transferring your followers in, well, what's a smart way of doing that? Because it seems like a lot of people, whether they want to become YouTubers or actors or whatever they want to do, you start on TikTok, but at what point do you start sort of advertising what you're really doing TikTok for? Or have you not even started doing that?
I haven't really started. You I feel like I mean that's just speaking on me because I know that I'm nowhere near that.
Mm-hmm.
That when I have the resources, when I have the time to start doing YouTube properly, I can't transfer the the clout over to YouTube because I don't have anything to. So what was a good? I think Max Dressler, he tried to do he tried to start a YouTube account,
Yeah.
and he probably got a pretty good amount of followers. I didn't really check it out, but his first video was him like eating marshmallows or something, or like him eating like 100 pizza pockets. and
Yeah.
not a lot of people cared. I feel like maybe people did, but like what I saw is like I saw it a little bit rushed. He tried to vlog a life that people don't really
Find
need yet.
entertaining.
People don't really care about yet. I feel like there's a time for everything. Like I feel like if David Dobrik would have started vlogging mid Vine, he wouldn't have gotten the wave of people that he got.
Oh, okay.
But he started after all of the people that he was hanging out with were household names. He started after the app died, so people were seeking other places of entertainment. He started when he had the resources, the time, and the energy to do it, and that got him amounts of success that are crazy to even think about.
Yeah, and that's
So
a crazy thought.
so it's like I feel like you have to wait till you can do it right
Yeah.
instead of waiting till like when it feels right, because like a lot of people just start it and then they get kind of stuck because it's like, oh, I mean, I want to do this, but I don't have enough resources and I don't have enough like followers. I mean, so like now that I announced it, I have to keep doing it or else I'm going to lose followers, but I don't have the resources to keep doing it the way I want to. So now I'm going to have to post some like rushed, weird like content that I really don't want to post.
Yeah, so it's all about putting the facts above your own ego, is what you're saying?
Yeah. It's like yeah, I could probably like put some like 20-minute vlog with all my friends on YouTube, and then get the like 30 seconds that are really funny, put it on TikTok, be like, hey, check out the YouTube video, get maybe 10,000 people on YouTube. And then as soon as people see the YouTube video, they're like, oh, this was not entertaining. Like, I don't know who these people are. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
So now when I continue doing it, people are going to expect a little, like, I don't know what's going to happen. So they're not going to watch it,
Yeah, and the end goal is that you can get views on your video, but I guess your goal is to advertise it in a way that they will continue to go back.
Yeah, they're gonna want to do it, and it's not just
You
obviously me trying. It's not me obviously trying to make money through other means. It's like them being like, oh, this guy's actually like making pretty funny YouTube videos. Let's check him out. Not like, oh, TikTok is gonna die in a couple of years. He's just trying to like keep his clout going.
So it's not, you're trying to make sure that people don't think you're like crying out for help, and that you're just desperate.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, yeah, there is, there is the idea of, okay, what happens when TikTok fails? Because most likely the hype will go a little bit away, even if it's hard to think about it now. What do you do? Do you go to YouTube? Do you try to bring as many followers to YouTube as you can?
Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be the plan. Either YouTube or start making some videos on Instagram.
Yeah.
And then grow the Instagram, and then from Instagram do YouTube.
Yeah.
But there's certain like some desperation as to how TikTok is a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Like it's so like right now it's doing great. Like TikTokers all around the world are getting millions of views because they're doing like weird stuff. But that can't last forever, Yeah. It can't be this popular forever. So there's definitely people that are like, oh, I have to figure something out,
And
so definitely YouTube or Instagram would be the move.
Trying to get it to there. Would you honestly say that YouTube or Instagram is a lot more stable than TikTok?
As an app or to get followers?
Sort of with the worry in your mind that app could shut down.
Yeah, definitely. TikTok is a lot less stable than Instagram or YouTube.
And why do you?
That's what
Why do you think that?
I mean, if we're going through past experiences, Vine is a great example on how, unreliable these type of sources are. People get bored. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we get it. Sway house, hype house, people dancing. Some people are kind of funny, but other people are just gonna complain. Like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
And then people are gonna be like, oh, okay. And then TikTok stops making money, and then they sell it for ads, and then people stop watching, and then the app maybe doesn't die as how it did with Vine, but it just like it's not the same,
Fades out.
you know? Yeah. But Instagram is something that's been going on for years, and
Yeah.
like the popularity is not even about entertainment anymore. Instagram, it's just about like
Showing off your life.
appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally like, this is me. This is the profile of me. You know, you're not trying to entertain people. You're trying to sell people on yourself, and that's a lot more reliable because, like people, you're not getting. The intent is not to be entertained. You know, some people have meme pages and stuff,
Yeah.
but at this point, that's not the purpose that it fills. You know.
Yeah.
And YouTube, I mean, YouTube is a huge organization at this point that I don't think is gonna die anytime soon. I mean, YouTube, it's a, you know,
Yeah, and
YouTube is a thing now.
You speak on like, how most people can agree that to get 1 million on YouTube, and this I'm not trying to shoot down your million. That's a lot. 1.4 million is a lot.
Yeah.
But a million on
Yeah.
YouTube, for some reason, is a total nother thing. And I think the reason that most people would choose to have 1 million on YouTube is that, and obviously this idea would run through their mind whether they're selfish or not, is there is a money aspect to it. And if you have 1 million on YouTube, you can make quite a bit of money to be able to produce better content. Whereas TikTok, a lot of people have issues with, getting banned from live streaming, or just you don't get money from making TikToks. You don't. You have to go live, and you have to, then after you get donations, TikTok takes a 70% cut. So it seems like creators on TikTok, you can't really make a living off of TikTok, but you can definitely get a fan base.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. So what you do is you get enough of following, and then you sell ads on your TikTok, and that pays like hell. So that ads are a big thing on TikTok. So David Dobrik, I feel like most of his income is through ads on TikTok specifically. Because right now he's not making YouTube videos. He's just making TikToks and being advertised by like Bang Energy or whoever is advertising
Chipotle.
him. Chipotle is paying him. And it's all about, so my account right now is not doing so great, but it still gets 5 million views a week.
Yeah.
So 5 million people see my videos every week. So selling an ad in a platform where 5 million people travel is like essentially selling an ad on like the New York Square like screen thing. Yeah, like depending on how you sell it, you can make a lot of money through that. But like I do think that getting 1 million subscribers on YouTube is a lot harder than getting 1 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah, and you just talked about how the way you make money on TikTok is by producing ads, and I think that's where YouTube is more stable, because YouTubers don't necessarily have to do anything except put maybe one ad in a 10-minute video to make money. But the problem is that I think TikTok is going to turn into that. I think the more people that get on it, the more people that gets accounts that go high, you're going to start seeing ad after ad after ad, and that's when you're going to stop.
Yeah, I think that's going to be what stops it. Like people are going to, and even now people are treating it like a business more than what it originally was. It was like
not fun.
It was old TikTok was literally people like I remember the furry war. I loved that. And I mean, I know it's a little like
it was
like
fun,
furry phobic. I don't know if that's a word, but it's like people like setting this scenario, and people like did their Nerf guns, and they would make these elaborate videos with like slow motion, and they would make it all in a span of like maybe an hour,
Yeah.
and it would be this thing that they made on TikTok. But now people are like, oh, Sway House, Hype House, like, whose side are you on?
Yeah.
Bang energy drink, like, you know what I mean?
You're just
So
you're
it's like-
watching ads.
Yeah, I'm just watching a walking ad for clothes or for this. So it's like, yes, every now and again I do see like an original video, but about 50% of the videos that I see, it's like a half-assed video of somebody like dancing or like smiling because they're having a good time. You know, they're getting paid.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't have a great time? But in the caption it says like, "Thank you,
10%.
Fashion Nova, for the amazing dress." You know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I mean, you know.
Yeah, but I think, we speak on this, and, when you think of someone who is, or a company that's advertising on TikTok, your mind immediately goes to like Chipotle or Bang Energy or Fashion Nova. So
Yeah.
obviously it works. And that's the problem.
Yeah, definitely does.
Companies aren't going to
Yeah.
stop if they know that, well, you think of
works.
TikTok, boom, Bang Energy. Let me go get a Bang Energy. I've never tried one before.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Or like,
Yeah, go on.
you know how like they Tony Lopez did that video where he was grabbing his junk,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like, so like it's like, oh, I want to recreate that video. Like, not even I
Huh.
want, I want to recreate that video. I'm gonna buy an energy drink, a Bang energy drink, and recreate it.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm gonna buy some great sweatpants from Fashion Nova to recreate that video. And like, even to try to make fun of him, I'm gonna do what the ad was intended to do, and it will sell the product.
You're
that's
totally
definitely
right.
work.
It's really an interesting thing, because I feel like the only thing that can happen is, and I can't speak for TikTok, but it seems that they have to figure out a way to produce money for creators without allowing ads. And obviously every app needs ads, but not the way that it seems like it's turning into now, because unfortunately that's what they have to do. And I understand that. It's that creators have to do ads. What else?
I mean, because a lot of people like quit their job to like Chris O'Donnell. He quit college to do TikTok, and I mean, I haven't seen too many ads on his thing. I don't really know what he does for a living now that he just do TikTok. I don't think he just did that. I think he has another job, but he has to be doing something to make money. And so like some people do need is their only source of income. So they're gonna sell ads, and it's not even like, oh, they're selling out, they're being lame, not making good content. It's like they have to pay rent somehow, dude. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not trying to like, be upset about what TikTok's doing. I just feel in the long run it almost is a good idea. I just don't know what you can do. Like, I can't see a way of this working for a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the mentality for most people. So if you're in a group chat and you ask like, hey, what do you think? They're going to be like, well, I blow up in this video. I really like making videos, but I know the app is going to die. So I'm going to make as much money as I can.
Yeah.
And when this is done, I'm going to see what's next, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that is a mentality. It's like, if people want to buy ads from me, then I'm definitely going to sell them.
Yeah.
Make as much money as I can. And then transfer it to YouTube or Twitch or whatever, you know?
Yeah, hop on the bandwagon, make the money, and you're out.
Yeah, and then you're out, because it's like, it is true that like big creators, the amount of foot traffic that they get is insane. Like, if you see one of the people that get like 200,000 likes a video, like, that's insane. Like, right now I'm getting maybe 20,000, 30,000 likes a video, and my like the foot traffic in the account is insane. You know, I can't even imagine what it would be for somebody that gets like 1 million per video.
Yeah, and then
the amount of
you put those numbers into perspective. of like, what really is a million views, and it's insane. The more you think
Yeah.
about it, it's crazy.
Yeah. And the more you think about how easy it'd be to like sell it, it's like, hey, you're a multi-million dollar company, but like you should pay me to advertise your product because then you'll become a $1 billion company due to the,
Yeah.
you know.
And at the end of the day, it is a win-win. Creator gets
Yeah.
money, and then obviously,
Company gets customers for like
yeah.
for a couple of years.
Yeah, and I'm sure we could go on and on and on about this. And it's
Yeah.
it's me speaking to someone with 1.4 million followers, so you can see that I feel like everyone can agree it's a bad thing. The problem is that's not going to change it. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
other than TikTok. I think TikTok has to do something. I don't think anything can convince people to say, all right, no more ads.
Yeah. I don't think it'll anytime soon it'll be like no more ads. I think it'll always be, and I mean I don't even mind ads so much. It's just when they become like expected, it's when we have a problem. It's like when they like go into your For You page and you expect 4 to 5 ads before you get to like a video that you actually want to watch. Then
Yeah.
we have a problem because then people is a little bit of a chore to scroll so much. And if TikTok themselves prohibits like the advertisement of products within a video, then people will lose thousands of dollars and
Mm,
maybe not be able to like pay rent and stuff,
yeah.
you know? And that's like when creators stop making content on TikTok and they go to an app. So it's a lose-lose situation whether like TikTok says like you can't advertise anymore, or like people going, I'm gonna keep advertising. So it's just for me, I think it's just a matter of time before people are like, okay, this was really fun while it lasted, but now it's more of a business than it is fun. So we're not gonna watch anymore.
Yeah. And you're right. I think it is a lose-lose, but at the end of the day, the people watching the ads aren't suffering as much.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to take away the ads, you're right. I think me watching or me scrolling through a 5-second clip of an ad is less difficult than someone losing thousands of dollars, because even though you may think they're rich because they've made a lot of money off of TikTok, if they stop making money, they have to do something. And I think that
Yeah,
if they stop ads, if anything, it's gonna hurt them more, because then these TikTokers won't be able to keep doing what they're doing.
yeah. So it's like you, when you do.
Yeah. So to sort of like, wrap everything up in your own words, and this is a little bit difficult to answer, but in
Mm-hmm.
your own words, how do you describe to someone this is how you get famous? How would you tell
That's a good
someone?
question. The technical advice that I would give: make sure you have good lighting. Make sure your hair is nice, and make sure this is the biggest thing. Make sure you like what you see,
Mm.
because if you don't like the video that you're watching, like if you don't like the video that you just made, what makes you think that another person's gonna like it? You know.
Yeah.
And so if you hate the video that you like, or if you like think like, oh, this video is kind of stupid, but I've seen other videos like it went viral, then sure, it'll go viral. But again, that's empty fame. You'll get a bunch of likes, but no followers. Nobody knows who you are. You just are the guy that like followed the trend, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So my like the biggest advice that I would give is like what you're making.
Mm.
Be proud, like, hey, I made that video. I made it. It took me. I put some lamps there, and I like did some text and whatever. Like I really like this video, or I danced and I really like I was exhausted at the end of the day because it took me like 12 tries, and I really like how it turned out. Or like I put some contacts in and did some really weird facial thing, and I sold the scene that lasted 10 seconds. You know,
Yeah.
it's like what you're making, and other people will like it because it's like, you know, it's likable.
Yeah, and then it might just take a little bit of time for people to realize that.
Yeah, I definitely think it takes a little bit of time for, yeah. It's, you know, it's like, because people will see in the video that you're making something that you like. People will see that you're having fun with it, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, would you say you have any other thoughts or stories or anything you want to tell people?
Uh,
Or do you think
about
we sort of
TikTok?
touched on everything?
Yeah, we did kind of touch on everything. Just don't get too frustrated when things are going your way, TikTok wise.
Yeah.
You know, things will come around, and
You just got to get through it.
just gotta get through it. You know, like if for any TikTokers out there that have started and they gained like 100,000 followers in a week, and then they're struggling to get maybe 100,000. I mean, maybe 100 followers the next month.
Yeah.
It happens. Everybody goes through dry spells. And if you like what you're making, be proud of it and know that you made something that's worth watching, you know?
All right. That's awesome. And I really, I appreciate you coming on here and telling your story and how, you know, even though you have 1.4 million followers, you're just like everyone else. It's not, you don't have to be, you know, Charlie D'Amelio to do well on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
So I appreciate you coming on here. I do. I want everyone right now, go look at the TikTok on the screen. Please check him out if you get the chance. He would highly appreciate it, and so would I. And yeah.